Hello again, I'm Todd Yeary, and this is Due Process. A black couple in California has sued a real estate appraiser who lowballed the value of their home by $500,000. Paul and Tanisha Tate Austin purchased their home in Marin City in 2016 from another black couple. After making $400,000 in renovations on the home, including adding a floor yielding an additional 1,000 square feet, building a deck, and installing a fireplace and new floors, they had the home reappraised. According to the Washington Post, the appraiser, Jeanette Miller of Miller and Parati Real Estate Appraisals, noted the improvements and still appraised the property at under $1 million, much lower than previous appraisals. The Austins later got another appraisal after enlisting the help of a white friend who pretended to be the homeowner and removing family pictures and African-themed art. After whitewashing the home, the appraisal came in at $1.48 million. Same home, same improvements, different perceptions, higher value because of the presumed increased value of white property. This is but yet another example of how the racial wealth gap is perpetuated in America, and we will certainly be watching this case as it moves through the courts. Ever thought of having your own golden arches? To get your own McDonald's, franchise applicants are required to have at least $500,000 of non-borrowed personal resources and be able to advance a 40% down payment for a new store and 25% for an existing store. The oft cost-prohibitive initial investment leaves many otherwise viable franchise applicants beyond the reach of the opportunity to be a restaurant entrepreneur. However, McDonald's announced this week that it will invest $250 million over the next 5 years to increase the number of minority-owned franchisees across the U.S. The program is designed to reduce the upfront equity requirements and provide alternative means of access to capital to secure the debt necessary to acquire a franchise. This effort comes even as the company continues to fight a lawsuit brought by 77 franchisees who have alleged that McDonald's steered them toward investing in less profitable restaurants without the benefit of rent relief and other supports given to white franchisees. The loss of black restaurant owners has been considered a byproduct of the oft-described unfair practices geared toward franchise candidates of color over the years. We will continue to engage and monitor this process to ensure that more opportunities for black and other minority candidates are equitable and lead to greater franchise participation for people of color. There's a lot happening with McDonald's, and we will keep you up to date on both the franchise program rollout and the resolution to the federal lawsuit concerning black franchisees. Meanwhile, in Buffalo, New York, Starbucks employees in one store have voted to unionize. And what has been touted as a big win for organized labor and the Starbucks baristas and shift supervisors in the ongoing fight for labor rights in the restaurant store sector. While one store voted in favor of unionization, another store voted against the measure, while the third store failed to reach a determination and will likely lead to a legal battle over collective bargaining rights for Starbucks employees. Stay tuned, as this vote will likely lead to other tests of union organizing around the country. Bob Dole, the consummate Kansas Republican and World War II veteran who suffered life-threatening injuries in battle, died this week at the age of 98. A product of the days when compromise and bipartisanship were part of the political fabric of the Congress, Senator Dole was a leader of the upper chamber and a one-time Republican nominee for president. Reverend Jackson had this to say about the late senator, quote, "Bob Dole was a huge public servant and Army patriot. His work was his bond. He influenced public service," end quote. Senator Dole led a bipartisan effort to reauthorize the Voting Rights Act in 1982 while serving as chair of the Finance Committee in the Senate. Fighting against then-President Ronald Reagan and his then legal counsel, the now Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, John Roberts, Dole argued that the Republican Party should, quote, "demonstrate concern to blacks and others who doubt our sincerity," end quote. He challenged his party to make the extra effort to erase the lingering image of the party as the cadre of the elite, the wealthy, and the insensitive. Bob Dole served in the Senate for 27 years. Senator Bob Dole dead at the age of 98. In an act of delayed recognition and racial justice, the National Baseball Hall of Fame inducted Negro League stars Buck O'Neil and Bud Fowler on Sunday. O'Neil played 10 seasons with the Memphis Red Sox and Kansas City Monarchs and later became a scout for the Chicago Cubs. He would later become the first black coach in the American League or National League history with the organization. O'Neil died in 2006. Bud Fowler is often regarded as the first black professional baseball player. The dual position pitcher and second baseman, Fowler helped create the Page-Finch Giants team. The Hall of Fame recently decided that the statistics of players from the Negro Leagues would qualify for consideration for admission to the Hall of Fame. In addition, O'Neil and Fowler joined two-time All-Star in the Negro Leagues and former Chicago White Sox Minnie Minoso, Gil Hodges, and Jim Cott in the upcoming Hall of Fame class. We celebrate O'Neil, Fowler, Minoso, who was a friend of Reverend Jackson and Rainbow Push Coalition, and all of the other Hall of Fame induction class. That's this week's Due Process. I'm Todd Yeary.